What if the secret to success was that you're a divine spark? The truth nobody spills is so powerful, it can change everything. God and the universe created you with limitless potential, as Jesus said in John 10:10. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. Napoleon Hill declared, whatever your mind can dream, it can achieve. But why do you feel stuck, like your shine's dimmed? Since we were kids, we were taught to doubt, to see ourselves as small, cut off from the sacred power within. Ernest Holmes, from New Thought, saw the mind as a gateway to creation, while Paul, in Philippians 4:13, shouted, I can do all this through him who gives me strength. Ever felt an emptiness but also a spark you can't explain? That's God's voice calling you to wake up. I've been there. I was trapped in routines that dulled my soul, thinking success wasn't for me. Then Hill showed me the power of intention, and the Bible reminded me I'm made in God's image, as Genesis 1:27 says. The secret? Embrace that you're worthy to shine. Pause for a sec. Take a deep breath and feel it. You carry the Creator's light. Feel it? It's not magic, it's your divine right, a mind to dream and faith to transform. Want to unlock that power? Grab a notebook and dive in with me, like we're opening a portal together. Let's align your energy with God's plan, because you were born to be light. What if today's the day you remember who you really are? Ever felt a vibe that makes anything seem possible? That's your vibration, the divine energy pulsing in you. In New Thought, Ernest Holmes said your vibe attracts what you put out, like a magnet. The Bible backs it up in Psalm 16:11. In your presence, there is fullness of joy. Vibration isn't some mystery. It's what happens when your intention, guided by your mind, syncs with the faith God planted in your heart. As Jesus promised in John 15:7, if you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish and it will be done for you. When you raise your vibe, you align your soul with the abundance God dreamed for you. Picture your vibration as a stream of light within you. When it flows with gratitude, hope, or love, it lights up everything, drawing blessings. But when fear or doubt creep in, it gets murky. I let my stream dim, stuck in worries, until Holmes taught me to focus on positive energy, and in Peter 5:7 reminded me, cast all your anxiety on him. A mindful breath changed everything. I felt God calm my soul. How do you raise your vibe? First, breathe with purpose, like the mystics did. Pause now. Inhale deeply, counting to 4, and feel the energy rise. Exhale slowly, letting go of heaviness. Repeat 3 times. I do this every morning, praying like Psalm 118:24. This is the day the Lord has made. Second, practice gratitude, as New Thought suggests. Jot down something that makes you smile. A friend, the sunrise. I give thanks at breakfast and my stream glows. Finally, align your energy with God. Say, I'm open to your will, believing, as Mark 11:24 teaches. I tried affirming, God guides me, and doors opened. Want to give it a shot? Pick a moment today to breathe and give thanks. Your vibe will soar, tuning into the divine plan God and the universe have for you. Ever notice how your thoughts can hold you back or set you free? In New Thought, Napoleon Hill said, what you believe, you achieve. The Bible backs it up in Romans 12:2. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Your mindset is the key to unlocking the divine power God placed in you, as Jesus taught in Matthew 21:22. If you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. But since we were kids, we were taught to doubt, to see ourselves as limited, like success is for others. The truth? You're worthy of abundance, and rewiring your mind is the first step to living God's plan, as Ephesians 3:20 promises. God can do immeasurably more than all we ask. Picture your mind as sacred ground. Negative beliefs like I'm not enough are shadows blocking the light, but positive thoughts, nurtured by faith, bloom into possibilities. I was stuck in those shadows, thinking my dreams were too big, until Ernest Holmes showed me I can shape my reality. And Philippians 4:19 reminded me, my God will meet all your needs. My mind opened when I paired affirmations with prayers. How do you rewire your mindset? First, spot the shadows. Write down a belief that holds you back, like, I'll never succeed. Replace it with a divine truth like Psalm 23:1. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. I swapped "I am a failure" for "God leads me" and repeated it daily. Second, feed your mind with light. Read a verse like Joshua 1:8, which promises success through meditating on the word, and pair it with an affirmation. I'm on the right path. I read a psalm each morning and jot down a dream, feeling God's guidance. Finally, pray for clarity like Paul did. Ask, "Lord, show me your truth." When doubt hits, return to this practice. Your mind, aligned with intention and faith, is the gateway to the abundance God and the universe have in store for you. Ever had an emotion so strong it changed your whole day? That's your emotional energy, the divine flame that drives your life. In New Thought, Ernest Holmes said positive emotions attract blessings, like a melody echoing through the universe. The Bible confirms it in Galatians 5:22-23 with the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace. When you align your emotions with intention, as New Thought teaches, and with God's Spirit, as Jesus promised in John 16:33, take heart. Your energy connects to the abundance God planned, as Psalm 37:4 says, "Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." Think of your emotions as an inner sky. When it's clear, filled with love and hope, it shines and draws light. But when clouds of anger or fear roll in, everything darkens. I've had cloudy days, stuck in frustration over small stuff, until Holmes showed me how to clear my sky with positive intentions, and Matthew 11:28 called me, "Come to me, and I will give you rest." Letting go and praying brought peace I never imagined. How do you align your energy? First, clear the clouds. Pinpoint what weighs you down, a grudge, a worry, and give it to God, as Philippians 4:7 promises, the peace that transcends all understanding. I write what bothers me, pray, and burn the paper, feeling lighter. Second, spark joy with love, as New Thought suggests. Share a smile or do a kind act, guided by John 13:34, love one another. I started helping a neighbor, and my vibe soared. Finally, visualize peace, as Holmes taught. Close your eyes, picture a clear sky in your chest, and ask God to guide you. I do this before bed and wake up renewed. Today, pick a positive emotion, gratitude, joy, and let it shine. Your inner sky will attract the blessings God and the universe have waiting for you. Ever felt your dreams are just out of reach, but something holds you back? The key lies in the habits you plant every day. In New Thought, Napoleon Hill said daily discipline turns visions into reality. The Bible backs it up in James 2:17. Faith without deeds is dead. Habits are the threads weaving your energy and mindset into an abundant life, blending the consistency Ernest Holmes preached with the obedience to God Jesus taught in John 14:15. If you love me, keep my commands. Each conscious habit is a step toward unleashing the divine power God placed in you, as John 10:10 promises, life to the full. Think of your habits as seeds in a divine field. Conscious choices like praying or breathing mindfully grow strong, but distractions like scrolling social media for hours are weeds that weaken. I used to live like that, skipping tasks, until Holmes showed me the power of routine, and Luke 16:10 reminded me, whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. When I embraced simple habits, I felt God guiding my path. How do you build these habits? First, start small, as New Thought suggests. Pick one action, like breathing deeply for a minute, inhaling like the mystics, and pray guided by Psalm 118:24. This is the day the Lord has made. I do this when I wake up, aligning my vibe. Second, make intentional choices, as Ecclesiastes 3:1 teaches. There is a time for everything. Swap a distracting habit, like checking your phone, for something uplifting, like reading a verse. I turned off notifications and gained focus. Finally, celebrate with gratitude, as in Thessalonians 5:18 urges. Give thanks in all circumstances. Jot down a daily win. I prayed today and thank God. I write this at night and my soul glows. Today, plant a simple seed, like praying mindfully. Your routine, driven by discipline and faith, will blossom in the field God and the universe prepared for you. Ever met someone whose vibe pushes you to be better? Those are divine connections, mirrors of the light God placed in you. In New Thought, Napoleon Hill said positive people boost your success like candles lighting others. The Bible backs it up in Hebrews 10:24-25. Let us encourage one another toward love and good deeds. Connections are bridges linking your vibe to God's plan, as Jesus taught in John 13:34. Love one another as I have loved you. When you surround yourself with winners, as Ernest Holmes suggested, your energy resonates with the abundant Psalm 133:1 promises. How good it is when God's people live together in unity. Picture your connections as a web of light. People who inspire, pray, or dream with you are stars shining bright. But relationships that drain, full of complaints, dim your spark. I was stuck in dark webs, surrounded by negativity, until Hill showed me I choose who I roll with, and Acts 2:42 reminded me of the early Christians' fellowship. When I sought those who vibe high, my life lit up, like a starry sky guided by God. How do you build this web? First, be intentional as New Thought teaches. Seek out people with purpose. A prayer group, friends who grow. I joined a Bible study circle, and those talks lifted me up, as Proverbs 27:17 says, as iron sharpens iron. Second, spread love, as Jesus commanded. Send a message of encouragement or pray for someone. I started cheering on friends and got unexpected help, as Galatians 6:7 promises, you reap what you sow. Finally, guard your light. Kindly step away from those who dim you, as Romans 16:17 advises. I cut ties with complainers and God brought radiant souls. Today, connect with someone who inspires you. A hug, a prayer. Your connections, driven by intention and faith, are the stars lighting the path God and the universe laid out for you. Ever faced an obstacle that felt bigger than your dreams? That's when you ignite your resilience, the divine strength that carries you through storms. In New Thought, Napoleon Hill said, every setback holds the seed of a comeback. The Bible confirms it in Isaiah 40:31. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Resilience is the fire God placed in you, blending the tenacity Ernest Holmes saw in the mind with the confidence Jesus promised in Matthew 28:20. I am with you always. Every challenge is a call to live your divine power, as Romans 8:28 assures. All things work together for good for those who love God. Think of challenges as peaks on the path God mapped out. Each step, even the tough ones, takes you higher. I faced a peak, a loss that rocked my faith. I was stuck, questioning everything, until Holmes taught me to find the lesson, and Psalm 23:4 guided me. Though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil. That pain made me stronger, like a test God used to shape me. How do you build resilience? First, reframe the obstacle, as New Thought suggests. Ask, what's this teaching me? Write down a lesson from a recent challenge and pray, trusting Philippians 4:13. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. I started seeing setbacks as stepping stones, and God gave me clarity. Second, nurture your body and soul, as in Corinthians 6:19-20 says, your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. Take a break, breathe deeply, eat something that fuels you. I took up prayer walks, and my strength came back. Finally, recall past victories, as Deuteronomy 7:9 celebrates God's faithfulness. Think of a time you overcame something. I remember a prayer answered. That reignites your flame. Today, face a challenge with an affirmation, I'm stronger with God. Your resilience, driven by mind and faith, turns peaks into bridges to the promise God and the universe hold for you. What an incredible journey, right? You've unlocked the secret to success, raising your vibe with gratitude, rewiring your mind with truth, aligning emotions with love, building conscious habits, connecting with people who shine, and overcoming challenges with resilience. Napoleon Hill said, your thoughts shape your reality. Jesus echoed it in John 15:5. Whoever remains in me bears much fruit. New Thought urges you to dream big, while Christian faith grounds you in God's promise, as Jeremiah 29:11 assures, plans to give you hope and a future. Together, they ignite the divine spark God planted in you, as Genesis 1:27 reminds us, you're made in His image. I felt dimmed, chasing answers outside myself, until I blended the power of my mind with trust in the Father. Every step, a prayer, a choice, a smile, led me to the light God always wanted for me. At Vibrating Prosperity, we're passionate about guiding you with simple practices and living faith. Ready to live your light? Pick one action today, breathe with faith, pray with gratitude, and feel God and the universe respond. If this journey moved you, like, comment, "I'm shining," and subscribe to grow with us. You're a divine spark, now light up the world. Peace and light to all.